I'm gonna give you my review. Dawson, I haven't talked to it, but I sent Dawson there the other day, so I get to hear what he thought. And obviously, Dawson doesn't come from the same world perspective as me. He's not a far leftist either, but it's just like you're more mainstream, I guess, right? You're more down the middle of the road. You're more to the right of me on Israel.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, apparently Iran sent missiles into Israel.
Yeah, they're doing some crazy stuff
when
up there.
the president of Iran comes, maybe you saw this too, that, instead of going to make sure that Trump is okay when he's had all these assassination attempts against him while Trump was going to go speak, they sent the Secret Service to go protect the president of Iran in the United Nations. It's like, that is total bullshit. I mean, what do we care about the president of Iran at this point? I mean, he is an enemy. And we have our people protecting him. Screw that. I mean, these people need to be protecting Trump.
Yeah, but I also don't want to see world leaders been taken out right now either, because that's not going to do us much good.
That's a bad idea, because if Trump goes somewhere where they don't like him, and it's like, don't protect Trump, I disagree with that one.
Oh my God, Bill Dingsford.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that, obviously it's, Trump has Secret Service to protect him, and we shouldn't have Secret Service not able to protect him because they're too busy protecting Iran. When we have the choice, when there's two options, Trump and Iran, you protect Trump.
I don't know, Jesse. It's not like they've been trying to assassinate Trump or anything lately. All right, let's go ahead and play this.
And Trump ties some of that to Iran.
Yeah.
Maybe there is some connection there.
All right, let's go ahead and play this trailer for Am I Racist?
Let's be clear, what's happening in this country, it's Nazism. Republicans are Nazis. You cannot separate yourselves from the bad white people.
Growing up in the 90s, I never thought much about race. Sure, you noticed, but it never really seemed to matter that much, at least not to me.
Being a white, straight, cisgender man, it's the top of the pile.
I'm on the top of the pile. That's me. Am I racist?
I would really appreciate it if you left.
I'm trying to learn. I'm on this journey.
Can you please leave?
If I'm going to sort this out, I need to go deeper undercover. If I want to be an ally, I need to look like one.
What is racism?
Martin Luther King said not to judge people by the...
Martin Luther King said a lot of stuff.
Is America inherently racist?
What the hell is that?
The word inherent is challenging there. America is racist to its bones. All of the...
So inherently.
Yeah.
The entire system has to burn. And I'm not going to even use save this country. This country is not worth saving. This country is a piece of shit.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
They gonna say I'm racist.
Joining us now is Matt, certified DEI expert.
Here's my certification. Where are you guys on your anti-racist journeys? So I'll look around the room and point to who we believe is the most racist person in the room. We want to rename the George Washington Monument to the George Floyd Monument. Would you mind signing it? You will? What do you think about this issue of heteronormativity and how it intersects with the broader structures of racism in society?
They gonna say I'm racist.
What's up with white people? What are you doing to decenter your whiteness?
Who's making it the center? Why are they doing that?
And what you're doing is you're stretching out of your whiteness. Listen more for you in this field. White
Folks.
White.
Trash. White supremacy. White woman. White boy.
White.
Entitlement.
White.
Centering.
White.
Silence.
Is there a black person around here?
There's a black person right here. Does he not exist?
They gonna say I'm racist. But they call everybody
All right, this is in theaters
Hi.
now. Oh, that's oh, sorry. Well, that's good enough. By the way, that's what's her name? Robin something?
D'Angelo?
D'Angelo. There you go. I'm just gonna give you a spoiler. He actually gets her to pay reparations to his black friend. That's I guess the producer on the documentary. Like literally, go into her wallet, hand the guy like $30 in cash. Oh my God, that scene was just to die for. Okay, so I absolutely love this movie. If you liked What Is a Woman, this one's even better. I didn't think you could outdo What Is a Woman. This one's better because you actually realize, okay, so both are ridiculous, right? The premise that we're just a bunch of racists, like as you were talking about Tim Walz' appointee to the Department of Education.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're inherently racist.
Yeah,
so
irreversibly.
Irreversibly.
And that's the thing. It's so ridiculous, for him to say irreversibly racist, because that means that like there's no hope. That means that like you can't do anything. You're a racist forever, and that this country is doomed for failure, and that like it's all just bad. And it's like you can't say that. What if people just aren't racist anymore?
Yeah.
Then is it still a racist country? But according to these liberals, they'll never be happy, and they hate whites. There is an anti-whiteism going on.
I still kind of think that Russia's the big enemy because it's a white country, and that's why they do it. But I don't know. I don't know how true that is, but God,
Bill Maher says it's the opposite. Bill Maher says that Republicans and conservatives love Russia because it's a white country.
Oh well, if that is the case, then,
whatever.
Then why isn't that why the left hates Russia so much? I mean,
we got Rodeo 55 saying thanks for kicking me out of chat ? Dawson, did you kick Rodeo 55 out of here?
I don't know who Rodeo 55 is, and it looks like he just chatted that, so I would assume probably not.
Probably something, unfortunately, with Rumble or something like that. So it's not only showing the ludicrous side of the left. In this case, it shows a hustle of the left. I didn't realize this whole industry. But like literally, and they showed the price tag, like to get the interview with D'Angelo, I think it was like $15,000. The two women that yell at white women at a dinner is like $5,000, and then that young girl, I think, who was doing the seminar, I think it was like $30,000 to get her to come in and do that seminar, which she got kicked out of. So that's the other thing, is it exposes a hustle. But the third part is this film was hilarious. It was so my buddy who I watched it with, who agrees with me politically, he's just not very political at all. I think he votes. That's basically civic duty. He said he hasn't laughed as hard as the scene. Like he hasn't laughed this hard in a while. The scene. So basically, Matt Walsh is wondering if he's racist. So he's going on this journey to find out if he's racist. And it concludes from all the lectures he's receiving that he is racist. So he needs to correct this. What can he do to correct it? He gets certified in DEI. He's got a card. It's a laminated card. It's hilarious. He pulls out of his wallet. And then eventually, when he's fully educated, he decides he's going to start his own hustle and do his own seminar. So the scene where he's doing his own seminar, there were so many funny parts, but the one where he's like, how racist am I? And he's got like, I don't know, a couple dozen people in the room. And it's a scale of people. It's got a black guy on the left, and it's a scale. It goes eventually Abraham Lincoln, Donald Trump, Hitler. And then people have to put like where they are on the chart of racism. Oh my God, we were on the floor laughing. Anyhow, I think this thing was like in the 9 to 10 range. Like I told Dawson, I actually gave it 10 stars. Because IMDb doesn't actually have a rating. If I was given a true rating, I'd probably put it like 9.3 to 9.7. I have to think about it. I was in the moment. It was late at night. But somewhere in that, we'll just say it's 9.5 stars. I don't think they could have done a lot better. And I'm not a guy that just inflates ratings. Like this one was top shelf quality. The videography, the writing, the setups of these things. Like Matt Walsh's performance. I don't know. There are some parts where I'm like, I can't believe he's not dying laughing doing this. And the fact he actually got this, I mean, the greatest hustle is D'Angelo, this author and professor, to literally go into her wallet and give $30 to this black guy after charging $15,000 for the interview. The fact that he got her to do that is just monumental. Okay, that's my thoughts. Dawson, we haven't talked about it, so what did you think?
So I think that it's okay. So it's definitely not a movie for me. They're not like, I am not the kind of person who would go to my girlfriend and say, hey, let's go to Am I Racist? I don't think that it's anywhere near a 10 out of 10 just movie-wise. When it comes to the shots, there were a few that stood out. I thought that excuse me. I thought that the music was pretty atrocious. It was like YouTube video music.
The rap music?
No, I'm talking about like the I don't know how to explain it.
Stop diagnosing the scores of the thing.
Hold on, you asked me for a movie review, and I'm giving you what I can.
People want to know what you thought of the content. They don't give a shit about the music.
I thought it was dumb. Again, it's not a movie for me. It's not something for me to watch and like go into liking. I don't think that my parents would enjoy it either. I think that it's definitely a movie that will hit harder with like the MAGA movement. I think that they'll really like it more than like my dad going in or me going in.
Did you not see the insanity of whatever you want to call this hustle, this, whites are inherently racist thing? Did you not see the insanity? Did the film not expose that to you?
So I remember I went to a college where that was like a thing.
Right. So in many regards, I would think you'd be a great audience for this, because it's like, oh God, they're actually exposing how much of a joke this is.
Because yes, there are silly white people that want to self-flagellate themselves, and they want to pay black people reparations and that kind of thing. And I think that that's all ridiculous. But when it came to them exposing anything, when it came to Matt Walsh exposing anything, I thought that I was honestly really distracted by the fact that every interview that he had, the group session that he had with the black lady that was leading it was just cut to shit. Like, that thing was edited like crazy, and I was distracted by that more so than him exposing anything, really.
Yeah, but you got to edit it because, first of all, a lot of things would be boring. If you're going to do a seminar all day with somebody, there's going to be a lot of boring slides, right?
Probably,
so just in that nature, you got to edit it.
Probably not worth a movie, really.
Yeah, but obviously, if you're trying to expose the ludicrousness of what they're doing, you're going to edit to the things that are the most ludicrous.
Yes, but I don't think that movie did a good enough job exposing what was ludicrous about it. I think that if you went in not knowing anything about the ludicrousness, you wouldn't come out knowing anything more about it.
Interesting. Well,
I will say there were two spots where I chuckled.
Only two, huh?
Yeah,
okay.
One of them was sorry, I have a bunch of notes here. Oh, also, a lot of the movies like cringe humor, like, oh, that's so awkward. Like, people are just like looking at him, and I'm just not a fan of that. But one where he was doing the last seminar or the workshop with people, and it was, can you smile too hard at somebody? I thought that the last image was really funny because it was like crazy looking. The guy with his eyes
thank
wide.
God
and
you
stuff.
found humor in that. Okay.
Yep. So that picture was funny. And then I thought.
By the way, that came after. So once again, the Professor D'Angelo, he is doing some role playing with her. He goes, "Imagine I'm a black person. I'm in the hallway with you, and I come up to you and go, you smiled at me, and I don't think that was really good that you were smiling at me. I thought you were insincere. How would you respond?" And she goes, "Well, I would ask like, how would you like me to interact? Well, I'm uncomfortable with even the questioning. I just don't. I want to let you know I didn't appreciate the way you smiled at me." He goes, "All right, now let's fast forward to tomorrow. We're both walking the hall. What are you doing?" "Well, I won't smile at you." And then imagine I came up to you and go, "Well, now you're not even smiling at me. So now I feel like you're actually being very disrespectful to me." And he's like, "What would you say then?" She goes, "Well, I don't know what to say. Is there a person I could talk to?" Like, her hustle was good. "Is there a person that you trust that I could talk to try to learn what to do?" And Matt goes, "Well, I would just prefer that you don't even go in the same hallway with me." And she goes, "Okay, well, that would be fine." I'm like, she's so nutty. She will never walk in the hallway with a black person because they make a ridiculous claim. And by the way, I know most people walk around don't think this way or do this kind of stuff, but we've all seen the videos, especially college students, and especially people like in like places like the Twin Cities and Portland and Seattle in New York City that are so far gone on the leftist radical viewpoint that they literally, it's like those old videos where people like Black Lives Matter, people are just dining and they require people to put their fists up in the air. People are just like, "We're trying to dine." And then they like stand around and they're like threatening because you won't just lift up your hand in the air. So we know these people exist. I know they're few and far between, but they know exist. And she literally would not use a hallway because of these people. It's like, wow, that's how far gone they are.
Scuba McSalty says, if it was made by Michael Moore, Dawson would say it's 10 out of 10. Never seen a better movie.
Well, even Michael Moore can make some good movies.
Please go watch more movies. I'm begging you, please.
You got to give credit where it's due. Michael Moore makes some good movies, by the way.
9/11.
Yeah,
that one's awesome.
One of his movies, which was supposedly an anti-gun movie, was Columbine. What was that one called? Columbine. What was it? Bowling for Columbine. And it was really funny. you would think it was just this anti-gun movie, but he even makes an argument against it in the end, like saying that it's not just gun ownership that's the problem because Canada has more guns than us. And then he just trashes on the NRA and Charlton Heston. But, you know, that, like, he's a good documentarian. He's just a far leftist who happens to also be very much against us. And I would argue, I'm trying to think, have I watched a documentary of his recently? I don't know. So I guess I couldn't comment on it. It's probably not been since Fahrenheit 9/11 since I watched one.
Okay.
By the way, it's very interesting, Fahrenheit 9/11 now, because remember who the bad person in that movie is? Do you remember?
Bush.
Well,
Cheney.
the left actually thought the Iraq War, and rightfully so, was Cheney. Now they're out there touting Dick Cheney and John Bolton endorsed Kamala Harris.